official, I don't know, player of the game press conference person.
Coach of the game.
Available for questions. Coach, you have a statement you can make too. Feel free.
Yeah, really proud of our ladies tonight. Tonight was a great win. I thought the first quarter and the start was awesome. I didn't think we were hesitant. We weren't thinking. Our team looked aggressive early, and I think that set the tone. And looking at the numbers, that was probably the difference in the game was the first quarter. So, I think the other thing too is we did execute the game plan pretty well. The top two scores at 10 points combined. We were plus 10 on the boards, which is a huge step after Sunday's game. But I think overall we executed the game plan pretty well. But the start, I think, won the game for us.
And Coach, in the back half of that game, you guys have had some a lot of dialogue about free throws lately. What was your message to the team kind of as you got to that point in the game when you started shooting all those free throws, you getting that bonus early in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I'm trying not to say anything to them about that. Just making them aware about 7 minutes ago we were in the bonus the rest of the game. The number's great, 29 attempts is great. I just think we're much better shooters than 59%. I mean, it's probably on me. We're not shooting a lot in practice. So that's something I need to evaluate. But yeah, I think we're just thinking a lot, and we just need to relax, trust our routine, and just have fun shooting the ball.
And looking at the rebounds, a lot of great bigs for Furman, a lot of size for them. You guys out-rebounded them 46-36. What do you think was the biggest contributor to you guys winning the Battle of the Boards today?
Well, I think for the most part we were able to get our defense set. So a lot of possessions, it was 5-on-5. We were a little concerned about that as a staff because coming into this game, Furman was 10th in the country in pace. So if we knew we could get our defense set and make them work beyond the first 10 seconds of the shot clock, we felt pretty good about the rebounding. But I do think our ladies made a great commitment to trying to block out tonight. Rebounding is not an easy thing to do. It's hard and it's effort. It's physicality. And for us to be plus 10 against a team who's had a game of 58 rebounds, they had one game of 29 offensive rebounds, and for us to be plus 10, that tells you where this team can go rebounding-wise. So proud of their response. I think we were a little bit upset and disappointed with how we rebounded on Sunday, but our ladies responded and did great. And this team always responds. That's a great quality of this group right now is they respond to everything. They take film and get better from it, and I'm excited where they can go this year for sure.
And Joi, coming off the bench today for the first time since your freshman year, what was that conversation like with Coach? And how does it motivate you? How does it make you feel? What do you see?
It doesn't really make me feel like any type of way. I think the lineup is going to be different every game, and whatever the team needs, that's what I'm going to do. And I have some things I need to work on to maybe get back into the starting lineup. But yeah, it's whatever the team needs. I'm ready to come in whenever I'm out there.
And you started off hot. And what do those quick starts do for you and your confidence, especially coming off of these tough games against UVA, these tough games against Loyola?
Yeah, it's always good to see one go in early. It definitely builds my confidence. But I think for me, this game, it was just knowing that my teammates really trusted me, and they really built me up a little bit and built that confidence in me that I haven't had lately.
Yeah, we talked about it in the broadcast, but the depth of this team for both of you, what have you guys started to notice from certain groups, and what do you guys like about certain groups?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I love the depth. I love the versatility. I love the combinations that we can play. They're really challenging us as a staff to figure out what's going to work. I love the fact that we can have anybody step up on any given night. We've already had that a couple games. And I appreciate this one because you got an all-conference kid that's coming off the bench right now, and she's just doing her thing tonight. This says a lot about the makeup of this year's team. I think they're selfless, and that's a good start. So we could do a lot of different things, but to answer your question about lineups, I mean, I think it's going to be a work in progress probably the next 5 or 6 games. Hopefully we can get it worked out by conference play, but we have a lot of really good players, very unselfish players, and I think the depth and versatility does need to be a superpower this year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a loaded question. But yeah, I think it's great having like the amount of depth that we do, knowing that you can give it 110% and then come right back out, and then know that your teammates got your back, and then you can go right back in. I think that's kind of what we did to Furman tonight, wearing them out early with the push and then another push. So that's good. And then just with the lineups, I think, like you said, we're really unselfish, and knowing that it's a little bit of trust with the coaching staff that this is the best lineup. So I think that builds confidence too with the scout.
I mean, it's a work in progress.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a very good problem to have.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for you right now, other than I've got a lot of great players that care about each other, and they're awesome to coach. And we're going to work together to keep building the right way.
And this one for both of you, and I feel like we talk about it every game, Ellie Taylor, and kind of what that means for you, Joi, to have someone else who can take the point guard duties,
Yeah.
and also for you, Coach, just her versatility both defensively and offensively.
Yeah, I can. Ellie's stepping into like a new role, so we kind of like collaborate a lot. I can help her out, and then she's really good at defense, so she helps me out. And yeah, so it's just been like a lot of talk, and then we can definitely build each other up. So it means a lot, especially having her as a leader and at the point guard position. It's very helpful.
Yeah, Ellie is, with her being her last year, she just wants to win this year. And she will do like whatever the team needs for us to win. And I did talk to her a while back about playing some point guard. Obviously, we have Joi, very talented. We need to build some different depth. And I like the pace of the game in which Ellie plays. You know, she's an athletic kid with a good motor, and just it can change the small stretches of the game. So we have a lot of talented kids that can play the point. But I think what stands out about Ellie is just the leadership and the passion she plays with. I think the team feeds off of it a lot. And when you have seniors that care, and I think KD's the same way, that matters a whole lot. So very proud of Ellie being willing to do whatever the team needs.
And speaking of Katie, and this is the last one for you. Is she okay? Have you gotten the word from the training staff yet with the eye?
Yeah, I think she's fine. I think she on that one foul, I don't know if it was a fingernail, but she has a little bit of a scratch under her eyelid. But I think she's going to be fine. So I think it probably scared her more than anything. But yeah, she should be good.
All right. I was one question for Joi. Is there a star that you kind of emulate? Obviously, there's been a tremendous amount of point guards and sharpshooters. Caitlin Clark. Is there any one player professional that you try to make your game like, or are you just Joi Williams trying your best and playing your game?
I do watch a lot of basketball. We were actually talking about this earlier, and he had no idea, but I love Caitlin Clark and I love Steph Curry. I think that's not a shock really to anyone. So it's not as much of an emulate thing or mimic, but they can shoot the ball, and I love to shoot the ball.
Okay, awesome. And then Coach, kind of closing the chapter now. We had the recognition pregame. Just your thoughts over the last week and a half of just tying the record, breaking the record, and now surpassing the record with 195. Just the outpouring of the community and your family specifically. Just your thoughts on the whole process for that.
Yeah, it's probably hard to articulate. It has given me a lot of time to reflect just on really the opportunity to be the head coach here. I'm very grateful to Robert, who's trusted me for 12 plus years, knowing things have not been perfect. We've had some great seasons, we've had a couple lows, and the fact that they believe in me and trust in me is a big deal. To see all those former players on the screen tonight before the game, if I saw one more, I was probably going to lose it. But their words mean the world to me. That's why you coach. Wins and losses come and go, but watching them grow up and be the young women that they are, and the lives they're building is what this is all about. So I owe a lot to my family. My wife is awesome. She's probably more competitive than I am, so she's the real boss. There's a lot of people behind me that have helped me in this situation. So very grateful, very honored, and hope to do this for a long, long time.
All right. I think we're good. I'm good. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. Thanks for waiting on us.
No problem.